Hello, guys. We have got Manikanta with us, and Manikanta has been training students for a long time. He has been training them in Vedic mathematics, and he does understand the concepts and the relevance of Vedic mathematics very well. And we have him here, to actually talk about its relevance for the college and the school curriculum, and how can Vedic mathematics be used, to actually make maths very comfortable for the students. So welcome, Manikanta. Uh,
Thank you.
yes, really great to have you here. So Manikanta, we'll begin with how did Vedic mathematics, how come Vedic mathematics came in your life the first time?
Yeah, that's okay. Let me start about this. Actually, I started my career as a mathematics teacher.
Hmm.
Then slowly, when I was doing as a mathematics teacher, I got an opportunity in one of the institute to learn there the abacus and Vedic mathematics, and also to train them, the students. So they have from there I have got the knowledge about the Vedic mathematics. Vedic mathematics, because most of them Indians doesn't know what is it mean by. Actually, the Vedic mathematics is our Indian mathematics. We don't follow that mathematics in our school life, in our college life. We follow the British curriculum, IGCSE, other syllabus. But other country people, they are following our Indian methodology, because the mathematics technology what we are using in the Vedic mathematics is the easiest and the shortcut way to do mathematical calculations. Like this Vedic mathematics has been derived from the name only we can know it's Vedic means Vedas. From the Vedas it has been derived. So as we all know, we have total four Vedas. That is Rig Veda, Samaveda, Yajur Veda, and Atharvana Veda. From the fourth, that is Atharvana Veda, this mathematics has been derived. In this Atharvana Veda, all the scientific things, the technology what we are using now, and the mathematics what we are learning now, everything has been derived at that time. So from that only, a scientist called Swami Bharati Krishna Tirthaji, he has written this Vedic mathematics. So he has developed the complete mathematics in a shortcut way. So he has given 16 sutras. Sutras is nothing but a Sanskrit word. In English, we call as formulae. So 16 formulae and 13 sub-formulae. So sub-formulae means upasutras in Sanskrit. So total is 16 plus 13. Total 29 formulas. We can do the complete mathematics in a shortcut way. Most of them we get like one step answers, two step answer, maximum by three step we get the answers. Like suppose when we go for a school topics, we implement this Vedic maths from grade 5 and above. Until below grade 5, we prefer abacus for them. Vedic maths, it will be helpful for the higher class children when they appear the competitive exams like Maths Olympiad, IMO exam, Maths Talent exam, where time constraint is very important. Because in school, for a few questions, they have an ample of time around 2.5 hours to 3 hours. But coming to competitive exams, they have a time constraint. Like in 1 hour, they have to solve around 100 to 120 questions. When they apply the school methodology of solving the question, it takes a longer time for them to complete this paper. So it's not possible for them to crack the paper. So for that, to crack the exam, they need some shortcuts. So I provide the shortcuts for arithmetical operations, the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So once they learn the shortcuts, they can do any arithmetical operation in a very simple and easy way. Just by observing, they can tell. Additions and subtractions is somewhat simple for them, but in Vedic mathematics, multiplication is the main concept. Multiplication is a very vast topic. Even from single digit to until 3 digit, 4 digit, 5 digit multiplication also, they can get the answer in single or maximum by two steps they get the answers. Most of the students, even for 10th class grade children, they get fear in multiplication tables. Until 1 to 9 multiplication tables, okay, they are perfect. But when we ask them what is 16 into 5 or 70 to 4, they take a small gap to think and they tell. Or else some of the students, they write on a paper because they're not confident, they write on a paper and they multiply and then tell. But with the help of Vedic mathematics, if you know the multiplication tables from 1 to 9, we can do in our mind until 99 tables. Until 99 tables, we can do in our mind. Then double digit, triple digit, 4 digits multiplications, we can just do it in 1 step and 2 step, maximum by 2 steps, we get the answers. So in a similar way, in divisions also, we have an easy methodology to do the divisions. Only we have to know the multiplication tables from 1 to 9. That 1 to 9 multiplication tables is very easy. Everyone will be learning from in their primary schools only, like until 3rd grade or 4th grade, everyone will be perfect until 9 tables. And after the 4 arithmetical operations are completed, then they will be having square roots and cube roots. How to find a square of a number, how to find a square root, perfect square roots of a number, how to find a cube of a number, how to find a cube root of a number. And once this is done, then they are going to learn the applications of whatever they have learned on all these arithmetical operations, like average. Average is nothing but adding and dividing. So whatever we have learned additions and divisions in the previous levels, here they are going to apply it. And fractions. In fractions, again we have 4 arithmetical operations. So whatever we have learned in the previous levels, arithmetical operations, even in the fractions also they are going to apply. And like conversions from one unit to other unit, how to do from kilometers to miles, centigrade to Fahrenheit. Those all conversions they are going to learn. And also algebraic equations. How to multiply algebra equations, how to find the linear equations, 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. So once they learn the arithmetical operation shortcuts, then they can apply all that in their regular mathematics also. So we conduct like every level, we teach them every level, and also after every level we also assess them by keeping an exam. See, because keeping exam, because most of them have a doubt. Already we have learned additions. Now again, if you keep them additions exam, they might take, or multiplication exam, they might take the same time and they can do. But here the time constraint is there. Like 100 questions they have to solve in 40 minutes. But if I give them school method, if they solve, they cannot complete the paper in 40 minutes, because as they are learning Vedic maths to improve their time, so that's why they have to do the exam paper within the given time. Then only they are going to learn something that will be helpful for their competitive exams. As everyone knows that mathematics can be learned only by practice, because other subjects just they can read and they can learn, but mathematics, if you see, we feel like, yeah, I understood the problem, but when we keep a pen and paper, then we get stuck there. So even in this mathematics also, we have to practice a lot of questions, because whatever we learn in the class on Vedic mathematics topic also, the concept you can learn easily, but the fastness and the timing improvement can only be improved by practice, thorough practice. Because in our material, we will provide for each and every topic around 50 to 80 questions. So we will be doing, based upon those concepts, we will be making them, the students do in the class, some of the problems, and some we give as a practice for them. So apart from that, they have to take their school questions and they have to apply that methodology there. Because as of now, almost like more than 8 years, I am working on this, on Vedic mathematics. I have trained most of the teachers and also the students all over the India. In India, around 8 states I have been, and I was training the teachers and also the students also. More than 180 schools I have visited for this. And from past 4 years, I was working in Qatar. In Qatar also, I was a Vedic math trainer and also a abacus trainer. So I developed my own content and I'll be training the kids. So I got a very good feedback that how Vedic maths has been helped in students' career and students' life, how they have cracked the exams, the competitive exams, and also how it helped in the school exams. Because most of the parents have a doubt that suppose if they study, if my child studies Vedic maths, do they get confused in applying school method or this method? There is no confusion because only until grade 2, grade 3, grade 4, the teacher checks the methodology, whether in addition, whether they are carrying or not, in subtraction, they are borrowing or not, so that the child learns or not, the teacher will check. But once the child comes to higher classes like grade 5, grade 6, the teacher doesn't check the method of addition, subtraction, multiplication. The steps are important, but the calculation part, they need the answer. So that calculation part in higher class we do in the rough column. When the teacher gives asks the question like 84 into 36, we do the calculation part in the rough column and we tell the answer. But when the child learns this Vedic math technique, they do in the mind and they tell the answer. So we can see like 90% of the kids who learn Vedic maths, they tell the answers very quick in the class. So the teacher, because in abroad also when I worked for 4 years, even the teachers used to tell for average student or below average student to improve their mathematical skills and to lose the fear of mathematics, they prefer to learn this Vedic maths. And I can see in most of the schools in India also, they do abacus course, and they in some of the schools they have implemented this Vedic maths because in higher school in our country, higher school means they only concentrate on the marks because once they come to 9th and 10th and 11th, they only concentrate on the curriculum things only. They don't want to implement these extra things like Vedic maths and everything. But if we implement this, their calculation part will become more easier because I can see there are some schools who are already implemented these things, but they're not like a curriculum everything important, but they have implemented some maths teachers only. They are learning these concepts and they are implementing to their students so that their kids do more faster.
Right.
So
Okay.
on
So
an average, I can say like Vedic maths is definitely helpful for the student, not
hmm.
only to improve the overall competitive part, but also in their regular curriculum. They can definitely see an improvement and change in their performance, and also as everyone see the marks, you can see that also improvement in marks.
Okay, so Manikant, right? I have been, I personally believe that the curriculum inside schools and also inside colleges need a lot of changes, because if you see the colleges, Manikant, we never produce students, who have got a good mental power to achieve something. We always keep on producing someone who succumbs to any pressure which actually comes. And whatever pressure handling that we learn it after we enter into the corporate job, right?
Yes.
If you talk about the schools, Manikant, I was going through one of the ad of one of the companies, I'm not going to name it, where they were teaching coding skills to the students. And I will be very frank over here,
Okay.
but rather than teaching that, isn't it so important to teach students critical reasoning skills,
Yes.
skills like Vedic mathematics? Why
Yes.
not to make it a part? Are we actually afraid that we will be ridiculed because we are aping the Indian culture, being an Indian? Is it
Yes.
something like that, Manikant? How have you felt?
Because when I went to some of the schools to give a demonstration about the Vedic maths also, I felt very different feeling that even the mathematics teachers doesn't know that Vedic maths is from India. Leaving about the other teachers, maths teachers were Vedic maths. What is this Vedic maths meant? We don't know. We don't want to implement this. Our maths is only very difficult to handle because from my childhood, even when I was going to school, the mathematics teachers are always like, we want a class to complete our portion. We want a class to complete our portion because they used to take our games period. Okay, no games. We have to study. We have because maths class is pending. So we all used to feel like maths is like a devil. But when whatever drawbacks I saw, because like I used to feel okay because I was an average student. I used to feel okay if my teacher has taught me like this, I would have able to understand why my teacher is going this fast, so that the students like me, average students, they are not able to understand. I have to go to some other tuition for this purpose. Then when I started my career as a tutor and a teacher, and I used to think in perspective of the student. Okay, in the class not only average, above average, topper and below average student is there. So I have to concentrate everyone. So the child has not to be implemented only the textbook knowledge only. He has to know the concept, how he got that, and some shortcut also. In some of the
Hmm.
schools, like we can see, if the concept is not written exactly whatever is there in the textbook, they won't give the marks because the child is afraid to write whatever is there. Even if he knows how to do in a different method, in a easy method, because for everything in a mathematics solution, we have a hundreds of solution for one problem. So the child is taught in such a way that no, you have to do in this method only so that you are going to get the steps. So we are having a hundreds of methodology that we can implement on that. In that, the Vedic mathematics is the shortest method way we can do it. Only
Right.
few topics like multiplications and like fractions, in, we can see they are applying this methodology. But even like trigonometry concept, like finding the sine value, cos value without help of the trigonometric table, we can find out by using the Vedic math method.
Like, I actually asked you a question, which I think, is, I think about it a lot, that, in the school curriculum, Vedic mathematics is still not there. Right. If you see the school curriculum, it's still not there inside the mainstream, right? We don't focus on that. And Vedic mathematics is considered to be something which is out of the syllabus kind of a thing, right? It's kind of a privilege kind of a thing. But I personally know, like, while I was preparing for my CAT exam, for doing calculations in a better way, Vedic mathematics helped me so much. But Manikant, why can't it be included inside the school curriculum? Are we afraid of calling, are we afraid of actually adopting the actual, the Indian way of teaching mathematics inside the schools?
Because first to implement this Vedic mathematics in the schools, first the teacher, the school principal has to have an idea like what is Vedic mathematics and how it helps the students, because most of them doesn't know. And when I personally approached some of the schools to start Vedic mathematics for their children, I got an answer like we don't have time for our regular subjects to complete. Then how can I implement this? So the
Right.
first of all, principal and the teachers have to have an idea that if I implement this, this is going to help the students in their career, not as a subject. Like
Right.
how we teach the other subjects like general knowledge and other subjects like social studies, general science studies, EVS. In the same way, we have to implement this, because once they know like the importance of this, because most of the children when they come out of the school, when they are doing for competitive exams, they start preparing at that time, because this is the for any competitive exams, we have to have the basic knowledge of from grade 6 until grade 10 for any competitive exam. As you have said for CAT exam, even
Right.
for CAT
Yes.
or any exam, we should have the basics of from 6th grade to 10th grade.
Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yes.
because most of the schools they make them to teach to get the marks. But when we ask like what is a plus b whole square after completing their school, okay, they say, okay, I have learned in my 8th grade, I forgot. I have learned. So how many marks you got in your 10th grade? I got 98%. But what is the formula of a plus b whole square? I didn't remember. Exams are over, I forgot. So what is the volume of a cube? I forgot.
Hmm.
Because mathematics has to be taught in a general way, like by showing some live examples, like how the volume has to be learned. Volume is nothing but, suppose when you take a water bottle, what is the
Hmm.
volume of, means how much capacity that water bottle can take, that is nothing but the volume. How to find the volume of a cube, how to find the volume of a cylinder, like how much capacity it has. So with some 3D objects, if they show, that will impact, that will have an impact on them. So no need to by heart the formulas, just by learning that. That
Hmm.
implementation is not there in our schools, only the theoretical part is there. But I think from past 2 months I can see some news that from next academic year some educational changes are going to be done. If that is
Hmm.
implemented, that would be a great part in our country. But I have seen some news that the bill was passed in the parliament. If because even it includes some shortcut, like mathematics is not only just like teaching the theoretical method, so they're implementing some like playway method and also some shortcuts in that. So if that is implemented, then children will know about like what is Vedic mathematics.
Right. Right. That is true. That is true. And if it doesn't actually happen, people like Manikant will always push for that because you have been helping out a number of people.
Definitely, definitely. Because as of now, not only for kids, even the software employees who are working and some business people around. My like one of the student, I can say like he is of 45 years old. He
Hmm.
came to me and was asking me he want to learn some shortcuts on addition, subtraction, and multiplication basically. Because whenever he gets some simple calculation, he is habituated to use a calculator, but he want to avoid that using calculator and he want to do the calculations in the mind. So he has learned at 45 years age. So age doesn't limit, and at present, like 2 days back, I have started teaching Vedic maths for a 62-year-old lady. Her name is
Fabulous.
her name is a Vimala, and actually she's fond of teaching the street kids, like who doesn't have money,
Fabulous.
who don't go for school. So she approached me. She saw my videos like on Vedic mathematics. She asked me, "Can you teach me?" Then I said, "Ma'am, if you are interested, then I'm ready to teach you. It's not like only age, only the school children has to learn, only the college students has to learn. Anyone can learn. If you want to avoid using your electronic devices to find even a 32 plus 55 if you want to use, because most of them because if you go to any shop vendor and we buy some material, the cost will be like 35 plus 42 plus 72 plus 38. We take a calculator, but instead of that, when we learn these shortcuts, we can do the mathematics in a mental way, in a mental calculations we can do, and that will be helpful not only for kids, even for the young people. Any adults can learn this.
Right. That is true, Manikant. And see, Vedic mathematics, correct me if I'm wrong. Vedic mathematics is a more natural way of learning mathematics as compared to, what is being taught inside the schools.
Yes, that's true. That's true. That's true. Because I'll just tell you one example.
Hmm.
Like multiplication of suppose a 13 table is there. Suppose
Hmm.
43 times 4. 43 times 4. So we do the calculations from left to right in the Vedic mathematics. In our Indian mathematics, any topic we do from left to right. But in our school
Right.
method, what we done is from right to left.
Hmm.
So as I told you the question 43 times 4. So first we have to multiply the 4 with the 4. 4 4 16 and 4 3 is 12. 16 and 12 we have to add the middle number. So 172 is the answer. So once they know the calculation like 1 to 9 tables they can do until 99 tables easily, easy way. So 99 into 9. Suppose 99 into 9 I want to find. So 9 nines are 81, 9 nines are 81. So 891 is the answer. 81, 81. So just add the middle number. So the answer becomes 891. So it becomes an easy calculation. The shortcuts are there, but we are not implementing that in schools, and we are going for the older methodology. What our grandfathers, grandmothers have used to learn, the old methodology we are still learning in the same way. There are a lot of methods. Our Indian methods are implemented in the foreign schools because they are
Absolutely.
learning,
Absolutely. Yes.
but we are
And
not.
Nikant, sorry to interrupt you, but what I think is that you call it a shortcut. What I call it is it's the real way to learn maths.
Real way to learn math. Yes, yes. Because most of the parents they ask me, suppose if my child learns this Vedic maths method, are they going to get confused? The school
Huh.
methodology. They are not going to, because my answer was them like they won't get confused. They get a clear idea like what is addition, what is
Hmm.
multiplication. Multiplication is nothing but repetitive addition. If even if you ask now for a 10th or ninth grade children what is multiplication means, they just tell that okay we multiply them. But multiplication nothing but repetitive addition we do. Division is nothing but repetitive subtraction. Because if they taught them in this method like a general method, they get a clear idea. Okay, multiplication is this is very simple. Division is this, we can do very simple. How to find the factors? Okay, this is the way we can do in a simple way, not like the ancient method prime. How to find the factors? Okay, I know how to
Hmm.
find the factors by only by the factor tree method or else by prime factorization method. There is some other methods easy way. Just by observing you can tell what are the factors, what are the LCM of any two numbers, what is the HC of any two numbers. So when they learn this Vedic maths, then they actually know what is mathematics, and they will lose the fear of mathematics. Okay, mathematics is simple. Till now, I felt like mathematics is very difficult. I cannot understand, but maths is simple. I can learn it, and they enjoy it and they love the mathematics. Like other subjects, what they love.
Acha, Manikant, I've got a question. Right, what I have felt is that there are many things which are Indian and which have got a bigger market and which have got bigger interest outside India.
Yeah,
Vedic mathematics is one of it.
yeah,
Because
that's
you have been teaching people in Dubai, you have been teaching people in Qatar, you have been teaching kids in Middle East, you have been teaching, people in the Middle East, and you find them very excited about learning these methods.
Yeah, because as of now, after coming to India also in the month of March, I started online classes for my old students from Qatar and Dubai, and also I have students from US and everywhere. But
Hmm.
Vedic mathematics, I got a very good feedback, and more students apart from India only. I have very few students from India, frankly to say.
Hmm.
I have like
Right.
almost 60 students. In the 60 students, 50 students are from abroad only, not from India, because they know the importance of Vedic maths. But our parents, they see like no need Vedic maths.
You
Let's
are right. You
go.
are right. Absolutely right.
But when I say, okay, sir, you pay me less, don't think about the amount. Fee means, no, no, we are not thinking about the amount. But I feel like that is not much important to my kid at present. My kid is already going for drawing class, handwriting class. Okay, if that is important for you, then you will know slowly later on. Once the child completes his graduation, then you will understand what is the meaning of the Vedic maths. Because even the graduation children, after graduation students, after completing their for preparing for competitive exams like GRE, CAT, and GMAT, everything, these methods are helpful. So when we introduce from at least from schooling age only, that will be helpful for them to even to crack the exams of GRE and CAT. Not only to apply the general methodology there.
Hmm. And Manikant, we have got a question from our audience as well. So Nupur has asked you a question. He sir, I also know some of the tricks of multiplication, but during real exam time, out of a stress, I do not apply those tricks. Please tell me
Yeah,
how to correct this.
that's true. Because when we are learning something new methodology, we feel that I might be doing correct or wrong. They have a fear. So when we have a thorough practice, suppose when we just now I told an example of 43 into 4 or 99 into 9, we have learned the method. Okay, I know the concept, it's enough. But when we go for exam, we have a fear that whether the new method is correct or not, I don't know, because I just know the concept. I did not practice. So if we practice the concept, whatever we have learned, if we practice so many examples, then we have the confidence that yes, whatever I did is correct. Because even I have seen some of my friends when we are going for some exams, even when a question called 35 into 4 it comes, they do on a paper and pen. He is a graduated student from an engineering college. He do. I asked him, why are you doing that? No, I just want to cross check whether it is correct or wrong. 35 into 5. So it's like nothing but a practice. When you learn something new, we have a fear. That's a human mentality that when we learn new things, we have a fear that okay, whether if I apply, is that a correct one or not? So we do normally our old method and do. Why do we do our old method and do? Because we are habituated to that method. So once we start our new methodology, the Vedic maths method, then no need to check our old method also whether it is correct or not.
Right.
Suppose if we have a calculator in front of us, after doing our old general method also, we have a habituate, okay, whether it is correct or not, let me check in the calculator.
Hmm.
Because we know that, okay, calculator gives perfect answer. In the same way, when you practice Vedic maths topics, we feel that, okay, my method is only correct than calculator.
So practice is the key. Nupur,
Practice.
practice is the key.
Because mostly I tell my students that when we because we conduct classes like weekly twice each of 1 hour, because not to disturb their regular curriculum, because most of the parents feel that no, my child has a lot of homework, lot of assignments. So like we conduct like weekly twice or weekly thrice of each 1 hour session. And but whenever the class is not there, the child has to practice daily of minimum to minimum 30 minutes, then they can see the improvement in the timing. Because
Right.
concept means anyone can learn, but the timing can be improved only through practice. because
That
there are
is
some
true, Manikant, and practice is something. I will just just a little bit deviation from the topic, but practice, perseverance, and hard work is something which make or build any person. And then once he becomes a champion in that, people start calling him to be very smart. This is how the things go actually. But if people went on to see how much hard work that person has put in, they
yeah
will find out how many times he failed, how many times he practiced again, but he never quit. He always went on practicing, and one day he became you know
yeah
very good at
that,
that.
because there are some of my students who do calculations more faster than me, because I won't practice as they do everyday practice, because I just teach the classes and I stop, because some of my students are there, they can do calculations within fraction of seconds more faster than me.
Yes, yes.
Because when I teach apart from Vedic maths, when I teach the cube also, I take like
Hmm.
40 45 seconds. There are some of my students, they solve in 30 35 seconds also, 30 seconds also,
Hmm.
because it's nothing but the practice, because they practice a lot more than me, because I just teach, because as a teachers, as a trainer, we just
Absolutely. That is so correct, Manikant. So I had an English teacher in my childhood, and he used to speak fabulous English, and I used to be in awe of him. Oh my God, how fabulous does he speak? And now, when I went back home, I went to the same school, touched his feet, and told that, Sir, I'm here after 20 years. And you know what he told? Now you are far better than me, just because of the practice that you did.
that's true.
Teachers are so fabulous creature, money can't trust me. And
Yeah.
teaching as a profession, has been completely ignored in India. What do you
Yes.
think on that?
Because actually my intention, like my interest was to teach. When I got to know that I can teach, means I was good at mathematics even in my plus 2 stage and also engineering stage. So like in engineering first year M1, most of them know that M1, they used to have backlog. So I got the full marks at that time. So then I got to know that okay, this is the guy in the class who is doing perfect math. So they used to take, even my seniors, my juniors, and my friends used to take help of me. I think we got some message.
Yeah. So Nupur is telling, yes, she got, she needs to correct, she needs to practice.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Manikant, please continue. Yeah.
So at that time, I knew that okay, I can teach someone so that they are able to understand. So why to go for core side, like because I did my engineering, because at that time no one was there to guide me to which side to go. So I used to follow my friends. They are going to engineering. Okay, let's go for engineering. So then in my engineering, like first year, I got to know that okay, I'm good at maths and also I'm good at teaching also, because when I teach to my seniors and my juniors and my classmates, they used to able to understand and they used to get the marks. So at that time, okay, I got okay, when I teach to someone, they are able to understand. So like that, I used to start my tutoring. I used to take tuitions for the people who are at my near my home. So I got a very good response. Sir, when you are teaching, my child has improved a lot. Okay, then after my engineering, I thought no need to go for software or anything. I liked
Hmm.
the I taught, because I'm getting a good response that they are able to understand. So why not go for teaching? When I started my teaching career after my engineering, most of my friends, they told that after doing 4 years of engineering, you are working as a school teacher. Yeah, that's not a wrong thing. Then after like a few months, they started asking me, do you have any vacancy in your schools? So because you got a very good impact, and and we can see your growth, as like within 6 months I can see your growth from like as a school teacher you just started, and you became a like trainer for the teachers, like one of the school, they have a 13 branches. So I used to go to each branch and I used to train them, mathematics teachers, like not only like giving this mathematics textbook how to teach, how to teach them practically, like as I told you, how to teach the volumes for 3D shapes and 2D shapes. And also, because most of the teachers teach like a plus b whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square, that's it. A plus b whole square also, with the help of some cubes, we can make how it forms. A plus b whole cube, how it forms. So once they see a practical example by catching in their hand, the child can remember the formula automatically, no need to by heart for him. So like that, I used to get trained from others, and also I used to implement on my children in the school also.
Okay, so we have got a question from Akhina. She's asking, Vedic maths and abacus both are like skill-based activities. Which one is better for a child, and what is the right age to start with?
As I told you, abacus we implement from age 5 onwards, because that is the age group, that is the age where the brain starts developing. From age 5 until age 14, that is the age where the brain starts developing for a child. So at that time, it's our we can mold them according to their brain, what we can learn. So abacus is nothing but a brain development program where they will be learning with the help of an abacus tool, and they will be losing the fear of mathematics in the primary age. Like once they know how to add, how to subtract, and once they know how to do the calculations on the abacus, they can learn mentally. By visualizing that abacus tool in the mind, they can learn that, because an abacus tool is not allowed to carry to the school or exams. So once they learn the abacus, they can visualize that tool in the mind and they can do the mental calculations. But that is good until a certain age, until grade 5, that means until 10 years. Once when they are in from grade 5 and above, Vedic maths plays a vital role for them, because abacus is only for the primary children to lose the fear of maths and to make them maths clear, understand concepts of only arithmetical operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Only these three things, these four things we are going to learn. But Vedic maths, once they learn the shortcuts of this, like how to do addition, subtraction, they can implement on all other topics like average, fractions, LCM, HCF, uh, any other topics also they can implement. But this methods, Vedic maths method, is mainly for higher class children from grade 5, that is from grade 10 years and above. For Vedic abacus, they can start from age 5 only. And if a child of grade 6 or grade 7 or grade 8, if he is below average in mathematics, he can start learning abacus even at that age also, so that he starts gaining the importance, like he starts losing fear of mathematics. He gets a good concept in the arithmetical operations. Because even we see some of the parents says um, like we can, my child is not good at, like even when I ask him additions, he do something wrong. Even when we do subtractions, they do wrong. Even multiplications, they get confused how to multiply, and carry forwarding and borrowing, they do get confused. So when a child is in like higher classes also, they can learn abacus only if they are average or below average. Once the student is above average, they can straightforward, they can start learning the Vedic maths from grade 5 and above.
Right. So I hope Manikanta, addressed Akhina well. Akhina, are you okay with, or do you have any follow-up questions? Please do ask. Okay, so Manikant, what about creating a school, a chain of a school, which actually, takes care of an Indian way of teaching, especially
Yeah.
the maths part.
Yeah, as you told me previously, that if we show them an example how a child or how a person got success in their life, we follow them blindly. So
Hmm.
if we show an example that this child he's became perfect, he is very sharp in mathematics or any calculations he can do. So then the question arises, okay, how did you learn? What is the method you have applied? Then if we say yes, by using our Vedic maths methodology, he became this much strong in mathematics. Then by showing the examples only, we can change in our society. I hope that only by
Yes.
showing examples we can train some children who are coming to us. We can show that these children, okay, they have learned Vedic mathematics and they are able to do the mathematics more faster and more sharper, more quickly than the other students. Then by showing that only, we can ask them to implement this Vedic math in the schools.
Manikant, is there any kind of a competition? Like we have got a lot of coding competitions all around, right? And people have started thinking like, but many a times students have started thinking coding is the thing that they have to do.
Coding is only the
although we
life.
know, although we know like till what extent does it actually last. So do we have any kind of a competition for Vedic maths, like where people can appear and can gain a lot of popularity?
uh, in India I never see a competition, But when I was working in abroad, I used to conduct competition like
Hmm.
the simple mathematics on arithmetical operations only. Like 100 questions, I used to give them time of 20 minutes.
Hmm.
Suppose if I give a multiplication question of 4, 5, 7, 8 multiplied by 9, 4, 3, 2, 4 digit multiplication to 4 digit or 5 digit into 5 digit, if they apply the school methodology, they take minimum 5 minutes. So they are not able to complete the 100 marks paper in 20 minutes. So that means they used to, then we used to tell them, okay, if you learn Vedic maths, you are able to learn, you can able to solve it. So we used to show our students, okay, he is our student, he has learned Vedic maths, the same paper, how much time he can do it. So we can conduct the competition also, like same the school questions, only arithmetical questions, but only giving them the time management.
Right. And Manikant, talking about the competition, the Vedic maths competition, what I have seen is that, many times inside the graduation, when we are in our engineering or graduation, most of the companies, I will even take the name Futures First, TCS, Wipro, Cognizant, Capgemini. I have seen only those students succeeding in the exams who have got good mental ability skills and who know a little bit of Vedic maths.
Yes, that's true. That's true, definitely. Uh, because once, as I told you, time constraint is very important when we are learning. We are learning Vedic maths only because for time constraint. Because we already learned the methods in our school. But why we are learning again means to crack the exam, to complete the exam before that, before the time. So for that, because most of the competitive exams, as you said, for even for the graduate children, graduate students, they crack only when the student knows the mental ability and the logical thinking, how to do it more faster. For that students only they can appear. When I was like I told you, I started my career when I was doing engineering only. When I used to appear for any companies for software, I just appeared for around 3 to 4 months. At that time, just let me try. I used to crack all my aptitude exams, but I used to lose in my technical rounds because I'm not sound in technical. Because whenever I used to go for software, because I'm an electronic student, when I used to go for software, they used to ask me to give a coding. So as an electronic student, I just know the theory part of coding part. I don't like what is C, what is Java. I can explain the theory part, but I cannot write a program on that. I cannot write a code on that because I never learned that part. So I said, okay, we'll let back to you. But I used to crack all my aptitude exams. So much, most of my friends used to ask me, okay, what is like how you are able to crack the aptitude exam? Because I'm working on Vedic mathematics and I'm teaching on Vedic mathematics, so I know the how to apply that method just by observing the question and by seeing the options how to solve it, not to do a regular method. So like in that way, I used to crack the aptitude exam.
Right. That is true. And so honest of you, because you clearly told that you were not good at this thing and you were good at this thing. This is all, students have to learn to be honest about what they are good at and what they are bad at, because honesty always attracts people. Right, Manikant? Honesty is something na, like I'm not good at something, it will always attract more people as compared to telling that nahi 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 mere ko ye aata hai nahi aata hai, that.
When we are good at something, we can proudly say. When we are not good at something, we can say, okay, I'm not good at that. Because most of the when I'm because even when I'm teaching now, some students ask, because as your mathematics teacher you can teach even physics also. No, I cannot. I'm good at mathematics, I teach maths. I cannot teach physics part. Physics part is somewhat different because I'm not familiar with that topic. I have to again take, but if you want mathematics, I'm ready to take mathematics.
Right. That is true. Okay, so Manikant, I will give you the platform for 2-3 minutes. If you want to talk something which you want to talk about, you may go ahead.
uh, Everything, spoke about everything. So if anyone wants to have want to start now, I even at least now to start the Vedic mathematics sessions, we can start off the sessions immediately, and we will be having a clear session. And if you want some like examples how you want to do, because until now you have heard only the listening of me, but you did not see any examples how we can solve that. Because most of them have a doubt also, like if you show some examples how to solve in a quick way, So for that also we can have like demo session for that, of solving some examples of how to solve it quickly, because just by listening they might not get complete idea, okay, we can do the mathematics in a good way, in more faster way. But if we show them that also, that would be good. And also we can most of them might got some idea like what is Vedic mathematics and how we can improve in our mathematics. So for them who are ready to start the classes, we are able to, we can start the classes immediately.
Right. And Manikant, tell me, there's a question which came in my mind. How do you convince schools to take up your Vedic mathematics classes? How do you do that? How do you convince them?
Uh, by showing some examples, just we go to a class. Suppose I visited some of the schools. I used to go for higher classes like 9th and 10th, because they are already very keen about their competitive, about their board exam, and they are very ready. So I used to ask them some simple questions. So when they are not able to tell in front of the teacher and principal, then I used to tell my method. Okay, in this way you can do it faster, so that you can save your time. So that most of the children have a complaint that my time is not sufficient for mathematics paper. So when you know something methods which you can do quickly, you can save your time and you can use that time for some other topics to do it.
Right. And being a sales and marketing guy for most of my life, I know that is how you have to pitch your product, right? Because you have to tell them this is where you are lacking and this is where I can fill that up.
Because it's a human thing that we believe only what we see, not what we listen. Because
Right.
listening, we can say that okay, this product can help you in this way, that way, this way. Okay, okay, I understood. Okay, let me think of that. But when we show an example, like example, when we give this input, you are going to get this output from you. Then definitely they are going to understand and they are going to give it trial at least to start it.
Yeah, that is true. So, guys, Manikant is there with us. He's associated with me. He's associated with the Memory Bits. You can get in touch with him on LinkedIn as well. And I have, I will be quoting his profile inside the description. And he will be more than happy to guide any one of you people who are inside their graduation, who are preparing for their company exams, who want to hone their aptitude skills, especially the mental mathematics skills, people who are even preparing for CAT, GRE, etc., who want to have those skills to calculate easier, faster. Even people like me, and even people who are in their 40s and 50s and 60s, who want to learn these tricks, because this actually helps, right? This actually helps whatever you are and wherever you are. So please do get in touch with Manikant, and it's an honor to have you here, Manikant. It was great discussing things with you.
Thank you so much, Fire. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you, Manikant, and take care. Yeah.
Thank you.